So my name's Melissa, and I'm from Rhode Island in the United States, and I have 2 children, a daughter and a son. So he is hilarious. He just has a great personality, and he's full of life, and he makes me laugh almost every day. So we knew pretty much from he was in preschool, and the teachers were already concerned that, he just had so much energy, and he just couldn't focus, and behavior just wasn't what they wanted it to be. But we kind of pushed back because at that point he was only 4, and even, kindergarten, first, second grade, we kind of didn't really want. He's a boy, we felt, and so he has a lot of energy. But then in 4th grade, he really started his self-esteem kind of started to get impacted, and the teachers were saying that, he's starting to feel like he can't do it. And so then we reached out to his doctor. That was the first time that we kind of had the conversation that, okay, maybe we need to do something else. And so that's how we started. And the first thing that we started with was medication. Oh, he's been on so many. I believe the very first one was Concerta, but he did not tolerate that one well. He had such anger, and it was terrible. And so then we've tried Concerta, Focalin, guanfacine, and then they added fluoxetine. And so it was when he was on the fluoxetine and the guanfacine combination was when he was not right. Like, he was just not the same child that we knew. Something was so wrong, and we noticed it, but so also did the school, which I'm grateful because, they noticed it as well. They let us know he was all over the place. Behaviors were worsened. He was doing things that were out of character for him. He is a sweet, sweet kid. And so we reached out to the doctor that had prescribed everything. And just in describing the symptoms, the doctor knew right away that it was a medication reaction. And so the medication that he was on, we couldn't even take him off right away. He had to be weaned off in order for it to be safe. So it was really awful. And that did it for me. That was when I just said, oh no, there has got to be something else out there that we can do, because this isn't working. By that point, I believe we had tried 5 or 6 medications. We had tried, and we had not had success with any of them. Enough is enough, and we found a different route. Really awful at home as well. He just couldn't, it took nothing for him to just lose it. I used to hate going to pretty much any store just because I knew there was going to be something there that he would want. And if I didn't get it for him, he was going to have a fit. When he did, it was very embarrassing. Even at home, even with us, he would cry very easily, just very sensitive. It would change into anger. It would be like in the blink of an eye. He would go from being crying to now he's really, really angry. It was hard to manage. Sometimes he would try to, hit us, hit his sister. So it wasn't a good situation at home. There was not a lot of peace at home. That I was screwing up big time somehow. Like, nothing I was trying was working. And so, it was bad. Yeah. So I had actually found information about it right before all of this kind of happened with the medication. And so, because I had been looking at ADHD and natural methods. And so when that happened with the medication, it was actually kind of, I don't know if it was meant to be. It had to have been meant to be, because I had gotten a message, an email. I think it was an email. Somehow I got connected to Andrea. And so she had reached out to have a meeting. I had filled out the form and sent that out. And she's the first one that I talked to. She was talking about the dietary changes, and I was like, okay, just let's sign us up, because I'm okay. You want me to take, if you think I should take out gluten, soy, and dairy, okay, let's just do it. And so that's how we started, was with Andrea, she's been wonderful. So we noticed, I would say, probably within, well, maybe not even a month, maybe a few weeks, we noticed that he was calmer. And the way that we did it was we took gluten out first, and then dairy, and then soy. So we did, like, gluten was gone pretty much right away. And then he had a couple of weeks without the gluten, and then it was the dairy and then the soy. And we noticed it was pretty quick that he was calm. We weren't having the meltdowns that he was having before. He was doing better at school. Like, even at school, they had noticed that there was a big change. So it was pretty quick, which I'm grateful that it was. He just seems back to the happy kid that he was before, and more settled. He's just more settled, and the house is more settled. So, which makes a big difference all around for everybody. Oh, I feel like I wish I had done this a long time ago, but I'm grateful, so grateful that I did. I was able to do it. You actually forget how it used to be. And then, there might be a bad day where maybe they eat something that they shouldn't have eaten, and you'll be in that situation again. And you almost forget how you used to even manage, like the tackle box of tools that you used to have, you've almost forgotten because you haven't needed to pull them out in a while. When that happens, it's like, oh man, this used to be like all the time. It's a rarity. So it's a gift. So I found the modules were great, just the way that they kind of led you through from step to step, and all of the resources that they shared as well were really great. The Facebook page was very helpful, and then the calls were really, especially in the beginning, the calls were amazing. You did really feel like you were not alone. There were other people on the call who were at the same exact point you were. You can kind of see that after you've done it for a while, you go on the calls in 3 months, because maybe this time you're on, and maybe because you just have a specific question, and you see that some of the same people are in the call that were in it months ago, and everyone seems to be doing in a better place. So, yeah. Stick with it. Find a support network, because not everyone is going to be supportive. There's going to be voices saying, this doesn't make any sense, this is too hard, you're depriving them of so much. But find the people that feel the way you do, form a network and a team, and just keep going, because it's so worth it. He is thriving out there, playing basketball with his friends, and, part of a team. And it's just, I didn't realize that we could get to this point. So